Yeah, so just a little place that's off the I-40. There's no town or anything here. It's just an exit with this. Is what it is. Gift shop, Dairy Queen, be cute, fireworks, you know, good stuff. Do you folks think I should do like a Shep Rambles or something like that, where I do a I do a thing on the hot sauces or something? I don't know. We got ass kicking and whoop ass and kick your ass harder. Oh, could be fun. This looks familiar. Except it's not an alien this time, it's an Indian. Just want to make sure that truck doesn't hit mine. In case there's damage, I got proof. Back in the humble little happy home of mine. Want to kind of show you some stuff in regards to more reasons why I decided to shut down here. Here is a screenshot from weather.gov of the current weather. You can see there's multiple red flags. One's a fire danger. I don't think we have to worry about going up in smoke. But the other one is the wind. Now, of course, the wind, I suppose, could blow the fire, so, you know, there is that. But the wind was supposed to be in effect until 6 p.m. Now, with me driving and stuff, I wouldn't have made it to Albuquerque. I mean, it's not like I could shut down, like stop now and then continue later. My 14-hour clock would be done. So there's no way I could get to Albuquerque after the wind advisory was off. I suppose I could probably do a split sleeper berth, but that's getting to the point of really pushing it when you really shouldn't. Does that make any sense? And there's factors that are just out of your control. I mean, you know, what are you going to do? You just going to pick it up and fly it over there? I mean, at some point you just got to say, hey, you know what? Stuff happens, right? Stuff happens. It's out of your control. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just put in your macro 22. Hey, it's going to be late because of this and this and this. That's just how it is. And hopefully the ones that receive that macro 22 will actually do something about it. Of course, I don't know. Lately, it didn't seem like they want to do anything about it. I have to do it myself. But I don't know. The way I see it, I'm just going to get this over to the Phoenix terminal. And if they want to have someone else grab it and take it over there, that's fine. Because I'll have enough hours to get to the Phoenix terminal, unless there's some type of accident or something. But I'm not going to have much time for anything else, especially a live unload. To go to the actual receiver and do a live unload and get back. Yeah, no, that won't happen. And then there's the downgrades and stuff going down out of Flagstaff. So it's not like you can sit there and you can fly down that at 60, 70 miles per hour if you want. I don't recommend it. You shouldn't, you know, unless you're one of those super truckers that hasn't had an accident in the past 43 years. Then, well, fly with the wind. Just be sure that it's away from everyone else. Yeah, it's crazy. That's the thing. don't think that you have to be a super trucker, that you are a Superman with a super truck, and you're just going to make it all happen. Don't try to put yourself don't try to hold yourself to those expectations, because you're going to wind up being disappointed. There are going to be times you're going to be like, damn, wow, look at that, look at me, I'm a super trucker. And then there are going to be other times it's like, well, what the heck, man, you're making me look bad. Don't push and stress yourself out when you don't need to. Realize that there's a line that has to be drawn, and that there are just some things that are just going to be out of your control. Here's some detailed information in regards to the wind advisory, though, that I was talking about. Can't remember. I took a screenshot of it, but it was like up to 35 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 55 miles per hour. That's pretty, yeah, that's a pretty big gust. So is that something to really play with? I mean, it said in that the information there, it's gonna, things that aren't secured are gonna be blown over. So, you know, you could be driving down the road and it's kind of like, man, I'm fine. Been doing this for 43 years. Trailer goes that way. And then the truck follows, you know. So, yeah, everything is fine until it's not, right? I'm fine. I'm doing good, right? Yeah, everything is fine until it isn't fine. So, just remember that. Don't think that it can't happen to you. That it always happens to the other person. You could say that about this show, right? All this stuff that I've been going through. No, that just happens to someone else. Maybe. Maybe I'm not someone else, because it sure happens a lot. It'd be nice if it happened to someone else and I had some normal stuff for a while. We've had some normal loads, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so there's the information there. Just to give you a little bit of background information as to why I decided to just pull over. I figured I would just start at the first place, and if it was filled, I would go to the next one, etc., etc. But this one seemed fine, so we're good. And now there's a truck parked over here next to me, so I think we're gonna be okay. We're surrounded by other truckers. I think we're gonna be fine. I think we'll be okay. It's time to do some internet checking. Speed checks. All right, so we're near Morarity, New Mexico. So that's going to be kind of our basis. This is going to be our 4G from T-Mobile. That's not bad. 35 ping, that's pretty low. I wasn't expecting to get that. Not horrible, not too bad. Can do a live stream with this, so that is possible. I would say a simple live stream, nothing complicated. Not sure if we'd be able to do Flight Simulator 2022, but yeah, this is definitely workable. Let's check 5G. Let's see what we get. 26. I think that's a little bit better. As far as the ping's concerned, the download is definitely higher. Yeah, we can definitely do Flight Simulator 2020 with this one. Oh my goodness. The upload sucks. Look at that. And this is the 5G. Well, that's ironic. How ironic. So we can do Flight Simulator 2020, but we can't do any live streams. Look at this. Well, that's lame. Now, we never did talk about where it was that we were going. This is it right here. We're going to the Sigler Wholesale. Right here. Let me try to move it around here. Okay, so... Oh, I didn't want it to move over there. Looks like this is going to be the areas that we could be docking in. Oh my goodness. I sure hope we don't have to try to move into this. There's these here. Do you see that? But then there's... Oh my goodness. They're on both sides. Oh, this looks like this could suck. Like, I really hope they don't think that I'm going to be putting a tractor and trailer, you know, alongside this wall when they're... Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Maybe they can get someone else to do this, because... I mean, this looks like this could just be all kinds of no-goes here. There's some more docks over here on this side. So... But it looks like we're coming in probably on this side over here. Oh, wait a minute. No, the trucks are facing this direction. So it looks as though... Yeah, there's a way in. It looks like we'll be coming in from this side. Because that's the direction they're all facing here. My goodness. Well, it makes sense. If we come in this way, then we can pull through like this and then back up. Now, if it's got to be the other way, well, even if we're going like this, then it's a side back to these docks. Otherwise, we're going to have to come around, turn around, and then come back this way so we can back up and go to one of these docks. So, I don't know. This could be a very interesting load. And then we would have to come out this direction over here. Yeah, we're not doing this. Yeah, just this over here. So little 3D stuff here for you. So just started thinking about doing this since the last time, and well, we never got that pickup. They canceled. They rescheduled it for like a month from now. Well, whatever. So this is it. This is where we're going. Maybe. Guess we'll find out when we get there, or maybe not. I don't know. So what exactly am I doing for dinner this time around? Well, I'm going to be cooking up some. Well, I'm doing it now. Tater tots. That might be a little too much. Along with a pizza melt. Supreme. Pizza Supreme by Red Baron. But yeah, making use of my aluminum foil. And we're air frying those. Then I'll throw that in there. I'll put those into a container after I munch a few. And then we'll go from there. Yes, I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of my air-fried tater tots with barbecue whiskey sauce and chicken sauce. Whatever that is. Alright, now we just go ahead and just take this and put that right over there on top. And we got ourselves a pizza sandwich. Alright. Yeah. Hello. Mmm. Stop playing with your food. I may have a new problem now in regards to beeping. It's done it twice now, but there is, I think it's coming from the speakers now. It's like a weather warning beep or news alert beep. It's like burp, 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 burp. It's hard to explain or hard to describe it, but you know the type of beep that you hear, like, this is a test of the emergency broadcast. That's exactly what it sounds like. It has a beeping sound like that. The radio's not on. I even looked over at the radio and made sure the volume was turned down all the way. Nothing. There's like no power coming back here to this thing either. I mean, I didn't see any display or anything on either. Kind of reached over and tried to turn the knob. I don't know if that was the volume knob or I don't know, because the knob's missing. So I hope it doesn't wake me up throughout the night. It's always got to be something. Always something. Just when you thought you knew your whole truck, now something new shows up. Oh, jeez. That's the sound. What the hell is that? Is. See, and now it's gone. What the hell is that? It's never done that before. Okay, just so you know, that it wasn't awakened by that beeping. I did the other beeping that was going on. That was the clock alarm, the alarm clock for the truck. I don't know how in the world it managed to turn on in the first place. I think I managed to find the snooze button, which I hit like, I don't know, a dozen times. I think I may have turned it off. Eventually it stopped. But no, the inverter's beeping because I've got my my heater plugged in. It has been a while waking up to absolutely freaking cold. It's like 16 degrees outside. So I've got the truck heater going, but obviously that's going to take a bit before it starts warming up the cab. That's why it's nice having this little space heater right here, because I can put this up here in front of me and start warming up the air that's, you know, directly in front of me. I'm actually defrosting my hands at the moment. But that's the reason why the inverter's beeping. It's just like freaking out. It's just going like, ah, ah. This does take a lot of juice, though. I will say that. You don't really realize it until you know how much wattage it's pulling. And I didn't, really know until I plugged it into my my generator. Right now, I don't have it plugged into the generator because, well, the truck is running. It's not going to shut off. So I figured, you know, plug it into the inverter and let it do its thing. Oh my goodness. There's two different intensities of heat on this thing, as well as like how fast you have the air coming out. So that's going to affect how much wattage it's taking out too. But if you have it on full heat and, you know, max air, then it pulls out a lot. I've turned it down a little bit. Still got the inverter beeping, but at least it doesn't like shut off the inverter like for a few seconds and turn it back on. But this wouldn't work properly really at all if the truck wasn't running. Okay, just finishing up my air brake test here, building the air pressure up. Other than that, just, you know, the tug test on both of the spring brakes. Well, the service brake, we're going to figure that out as soon as we start moving forward. Other than that, we're ready to go. Looks like we got some dark clouds kind of hanging over right now. A little bit, anyway. And over here, you can kind of see it. Try to focus on there. But my word, it was freaking cold. I'm actually wearing I was wearing flannels underneath pants because of how cold it was out there. So just for right now, I'm going to wear these while I drive, and then when we get to a rest stop, probably going to drive for a bit, but focus, there we go. But as soon as we get to a rest stop, then I can change to something else. But hey, let's go ahead and let's get going.
Traveling through time and space.
Okay, we're making just a short break here. I don't know what the heck is going on with... Did he just park like out in the middle of nowhere? Well, okay, it's not nowhere, but you know what I mean. Oh my word. Okay, I understand if there's no parking spots, but don't do that. I don't know. Anyway, the hood over on the driver's side here didn't latch all the way. Sometimes these things, I've had that problem over on the passenger side where when driving it'll unlatch. Even, yeah, I don't know what it is. The things are made out of rubber, so. Also, I want to go brush my teeth, and I can change out of these flannels. The thing is that the next decent rest stop isn't going to be until after Arizona. So everything else is like turnouts and whatnot. So yeah, I'm not going to want to do that. Really? Jeez. We're at the Meteor Crater rest stop. We've been here a couple of times, 2 or 3 times already. And we're encountering snow, and also some wet snow. I've heard there might actually be snow up in Flagstaff. I haven't been driving 55. I've actually been around 60, 61. But with that in mind, you can still see trucks just flying right by me. Some of them were like 77, 78 miles per hour. I did manage to clock one going 80. That, them super truckers, super stupid, if you ask me. Is there, ice on the ground yet? No, there's not. But still, I mean, at least be a little cautious of what's going on. I turned off my cruise control. When I started seeing the snow coming down, I turned off my cruise control. Just so that way I won't be caught off guard. In case there is something up ahead. But, I don't know. I don't get it. You would think with all the accidents and stuff that happen, the jackknives, that, these truckers would actually start playing it safe, but they don't. I guess because they think, well, it's not going to happen to me. It's always the other person. Everything's fine until it's not. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. I'm hoping the load has been rescheduled for tomorrow at 11 in the morning, but I'm hoping that we can just T-call it, so that way I don't have to fuss with it. I can just go back to the Phoenix terminal and just head home. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. All right, well, snow's picked up. It's going that way. Apparently, that's the way the wind's blowing. You folks ready? I haven't heard anything yet about the T-call, but we'll see. Welcome back to the Phoenix Terminal, y'all. Yeah, there's no y'all here in in Arizona. Maybe that's like a, what is it, southern thing? I don't know. Arizona's south, but you know, not south. It's southwest. But anyway, um, interesting drive that we had when we left the rest stop. It was like the clouds were coming all the way down to the ground, and it was like all white. You got closer, and then it started getting foggy, and then it started snowing, and then there was, and then it was there was like sleet, so there was like ice that was forming up. It was like wet rain, and it was building up and everything. So I definitely slowed down during that, but yeah, I got in the Flagstaff. We saw the snow off to the side. Came down the I-17, and I took it nice and easy, you know, going down the mountain. It's still just a good habit to get into, so that way when I do go back on the 70 across the Rocky Mountains, you know, it'll all be second nature. It already is second nature, but you know, I don't want to get into any bad habits of just trying to coast down or anything like that. Someone was burning their brakes. I could smell it. I could smell burnt rubber. And I started thinking, well, it can't be me. I'm barely using my brakes. So I wondered if it might have been something else with my truck, like, I don't know, the engine brake or something. But no, it wasn't. It was someone else. Someone else was burning their brakes. I didn't see any smoke other than exhaust, but yeah. And if you saw some of the drive, crazy going down a mountain, and there is a tractor trailer real close to another vehicle going downhill, and he's using his brakes to back off from him. But not back off, but, you know, be able to keep barely any distance between him. That's super truckers. That's not how you do it. Okay, that's not how you do it. First of all, you should not need to be using your brakes hardly at all when going down a mountain. And most of all, you should not be tailgating a vehicle and using your service brakes because they're using their brakes. Come on. Jeez. Been doing this for 43 years. I haven't been in an accident yet. Well, you know what? Go do that somewhere else. Don't do it behind someone. My goodness. Me, I stayed in the right lane. I stayed in the right lane. I slowed down. I put my hazards on. I think I slowed down to about 45. It was around 8th gear. And I was switching between first and second of the engine brake. And then when it started to get really steep, then I slowed down even more, so that way it would go into 7th gear. And as I've told you, once it goes into 7th gear, I can switch it to manual. And I was able to keep it going there. So, and did I have to tailgate anybody? No. Did I have to use my service brakes? Very little. Very little. If anything, it was to help slow me down so I can get it to my safe speed, so that way I could either downshift or whatnot. But as far as the T-call, no go, unfortunately. It requires a local swap, is what they said, and they don't really have anything. So, boy, it's about as windy here as it is in New Mexico. Yeah, so unfortunately, won't be able to go home tonight. I was hoping that I'd be able to, but no. All right, so we'll be making this delivery tomorrow. Other than that, I'm going to relax for the rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the tumbleweeds. Did you folks see the tumbleweeds? They're freaking huge. And they all seem to want it to roll out in front of my truck. I've got like remnants of some of it here on front. See? Oh man. I was taking some home with me for a souvenir. My front sensor got covered up too, apparently with the ice. It's probably fine now because nothing's there. But alrighty, look at that. And there's some not bad clouds out there. Good morning, everyone. We're here at the delivery site. Let's just take a quick look. So I came in from behind. We got some docks right there. So that's a little bit more open than I was expecting. The other docks are back that way. Kind of see some of the trailers. I'm not sure where we're going to be docking, but that's why I'm going to go check in, and we'll try to find out. Okay, so there's a couple of numbers that I had to call. Well, I called them both, but no one answered. I left a message. But I did, man, the docks are open. I managed to catch someone over there and say, hey, I got a delivery for you. And he said, just back up to this dock right here and leave the paperwork in the back, slide the tandems, chalk the wheels. I'm like, all right, sounds good enough for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull forward and around and come back from the other direction. Same direction that I came in, so that way I can get set up properly to back up. This was frustrating. Of course, now the hotshot driver with the truck and the trailer that was sitting right over here is gone. But so I had to come in from here and kind of swing in this way and around and over there, and then try to back into this dock at a 45, which was completely off. And I had to do a series of pull-ups, offsets to wiggle myself over. At least now I understand the concept of the offset a lot better than what I did before. I can actually do it now. But sometimes it takes several of them just to get the butt end of the trailer wiggled where I need to. That's not the main problem. The problem is I lost the paperwork. And I had it. And thank goodness I took a picture of it. I took a picture of the whole thing, and then I took a picture of the three where I do the close-up of the three sections. I did that because I wasn't sure if I would get that paperwork back because it was only one sheet. But thank goodness I took a picture of it. Now, I asked the guy, I said, hey, can I email this to you so you can print it out? He's like, oh yeah, no, here's my email. And so I emailed it to him. If that wasn't the case, I would have had to have gone to a truck stop to get it printed out. So there are solutions, but thankfully I took a picture of it. So, and I don't understand what happened to it because it's not in my book. I had it in my book, and I have been looking everywhere inside the truck. I've been looking up above. I've been looking on the ground to see if it fell. I've been picking stuff up, moving stuff around. I thought maybe it got moved in over here underneath the refrigerator. I mean, and then also the thing that I used to break the seals, the little, that's gone too. I don't know what happened to that. I mean, I got scissors, but I don't get it. I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, so there's a good chance that I may have been able to drop the trailer. Oh, I need to put the chalk block down, that I could drop the trailer and bobtail over to a truck stop and get it printed out. But this is one lesson here that I want to teach you folks. Take a picture of your paperwork. I know I'm certainly going to start doing that. Sometimes, I mean, especially with T-calls, I'll take pictures of everything, before I put it into the box and stuff. But now, after what just happened, yeah, and see, and down here, this is where I keep my flashlight, my gloves, and this is also where I kept my little cutter for the seals, and it's not there. Looking all over. It's not up there. It's so stupid because I had it. Where the hell could it have gone? I don't know. So yeah. Like I was saying, take a picture of your paperwork when you get it. That way, in case some weird situation, which seems to always happen on this show, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm cursed. I have no idea. At least you'll have a copy of it, and you can get it printed out. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. Oh. So yeah, just take a picture of it, and take the close-up pictures too, like what I've been doing. So that way you've got something. You got something as a backup in case it gets lost for some weird, stupid reason. But other than that, I'm just waiting to get loaded. It's been interesting while you've been out here. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're liking this series, and I hope you're finding it helpful. I know there's a lot of things I could do on here to do some summaries, or do like a series of tips or tutorials or something like that. And as much as I would like to do something like that, there's a matter of time. Time organizing and putting that stuff together. I'd like to put something like that together, things to think about when you're out, things to, I'm sure there's a lot of you that would find something like that very helpful, just one video where you can watch 5 things to think about when you go over the road. Here's another 5 more things to think about, something like that. When I put videos like that together, I like to put a little bit more thought and a little bit more production value into that. That's just kind of like how I am. This is more of a laid-back type of production. But for something like tutorials or tips, that's something that I like to add a little bit more professionalism to it, some voiceover, and I know some people don't do that, but I like to try to keep it nice, clean, and neat, and to the point, which this show is not. But yeah, there are things that I have thought about. In case you're wondering, why don't you do some things with tips and tutorials? I have thought of that. It's just a matter of getting my thoughts organized and planned out and stuff. So, and then of course I got the other content that I do on the channel. Oh, they're unloading. But yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to like the video if you like the video. It really helps. And subscribe if you're new here. It's a great way to show your support. I really appreciate it. And ring that notification bell. Check out my social media links. That's like another thing that I'm like trying to make use of. But I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next episode after a couple of days of home time. Have a killer awesome trucking day.